What's up? What's up? Not only Facebook, what's up LinkedIn? What's up Instagram? I mean, what's up, not Instagram, what's up YouTube? What's up LinkedIn? What's up Facebook? Hey, I hope you guys having an awesome freaking Wednesday night. I'm actually here with another rock star. This has actually been an amazing week, guys. I've been bringing people on to help you actually take your life to the next level. But not only take your business to the next level, but take your personal life to the next level. Because like my friend Justin always saying, you don't have a business problem, you have a personal problem, and it all revolves around your mindset. And today I actually got my son here, Troy McKnight, freaking rock star. He's actually a track star in college, actually a businessman. Came home. Most of you guys heard the story. I share a lot of his stuff in my story about how he came home and he said, "Hey, Dad, I want to start a business." He got involved in the business, started freaking crushing it. And I was actually watching one of his videos he just did a while ago on TikTok. And I was like, you know what, man, let me bring Troy on tonight to help these people get their mindset right, where they can actually take their business, not only their business, but their life to a whole nother level. So Troy, tell what's going on, brother?
What's going on, y'all? I'm really happy to be able to be on live, guys, and just be able to just share a little bit of information of what I've been just learning over these last couple of weeks. One of the books I've been reading currently is called Emotional Intelligence 2.0. It's a book, and what the emotional intelligence book really goes into, it talks about how to control your emotions, because we know that we are emotional creatures. All of us are very emotional, and it talks about how we should start not reacting to our emotions, but using our own emotions. And I know that kind of sounds like, what do you mean we react to our emotions? But what I mean by that is, like, for instance, let's say something like let's say something negative happens, and you can't control your emotions, and now you do something bad because of how you felt, instead of being able to control your emotions to be able to handle the situation in a better way. Like, we always hear the phrase, my emotions got the best of me. And that shouldn't be the case. Once we learn how to control our emotions, we can be able to use our emotions to our advantage, because a lot of times our emotions are to our disadvantage. So I think that was just really powerful, just how we can identify our emotions and use them for our benefit, and not just for our downfall. I think one of a really powerful story I heard was about a guy, and he was actually swimming in the ocean. He loved surfing, and a shark came up, and the shark started attacking him. And he went through two different phases. His first phase was that he shook. He locked up. He was like, "Oh my gosh, it's a shark attacking me." And I think that's a lot of times what happens to us in our emotions. Our emotions freezes us up when we get into like tough times. Something will happen in our life, and we lock up, we tense up, and then going through the story, the shark goes and it hits his board again. And when it hits his board again, he made the decision. He identified that if he didn't change the way that he was thinking, if he didn't change the direction of how he was feeling, that he was going to die. He took control over his emotions, and his adrenaline, his fight or flight kicked in, and his fight kicked in, and he pointed the surfboard down, and he started, hitting the nose of the shark, and the shark swam away. But see, if he would have never been able to have the emotional intelligence to understand what his emotions were doing and how to harness them for his benefit in the most, like the craziest situation ever. I mean, more people die from vending machines than shark attacks. I mean, this is a rare situation, a rare case that happened to him. But because he knew emotional intelligence, because he was able to put the fear aside and turn into a beast, turn into a savage, to be able to say, you know what, I'm in this bad situation, but I understand that I can get myself out of it. See, so once he had switched his paradigm and he realized that, and he controlled his emotions, he was able to fight off that shark. So I think the book really delves deeply into how to be able to have that mode, how to be a savage, how to see the light in everything you do 24/7 hours of the day. Because a lot of times we get into a alpha beta or a beta mentality. If a alpha beta or a beta would have died in that situation, but once you have control of your emotions and you turn into an alpha, now you control your environment. Now that shark, because he was aggressive towards the shark, because he knew what to do, because he controlled his own emotions, because he was in control of himself and his emotions was in control of him, he's alive to this day. So I think a lot of times in life we can apply that anywhere. We can apply that in our business, our relationships. We can apply that in just all aspects of life. Where we can control our emotions, we can control our environment, we can control our life, more efficiently.
That's powerful with inside this self, Troy. And whoever looking at this is one thing that you truly got to get. Everything is truly driven by emotions, just like he said. Let's say if you're building a business, the reason why you're not telling nobody about your business is because you don't want nobody to tell you no, because it's going to make you feel bad. Or let's say, like, I talked to you guys not too long ago, and I talked to, some people on here not too long ago, and this message is directly for you, whoever listening to this. Let's say, that's why I always say, if you get somebody started in your business, because most of you are in business and they actually get started and they say they're going to come in, they're going to rock it out, and you get all excited, you get all happy, and then 2 days later, they don't even return your call. And then you go like this, but you got to control your emotions. One of my first mentors said, you got to flatline. You don't do, and that's being able to, like Troy talked about, being an alpha male, being able to control your environment. And you got to be able to control your environment if you want to create any level of success. See, my friend Justin, we talked about it a lot, Troy. It's not a business problem people have, it's a personal problem. They dealing with stuff from their past. Their emotions all wrapped up because their parents told them something, or maybe somebody talked about them when they was in school, or maybe they struggled in school or whatever. Maybe their friends criticizing them, right? And then they come in business, or let's say even if they in corporate America, they got a job or traditional business, they want to take it to another level. If they can't deal with them emotions from the past, it's never going to go to the next level. See, I always tell people, as I work with my team, as I'm building a team in the home business industry, a profession, one of the things that people don't understand is they want to succeed, but they can't succeed because I can tell them all the techniques, all the skills. I can tell them exactly what to do, right? And that's why you see some people that get in like you got in your business. I mean, you exploded because you've been around personal development, you basically your whole life, right? But some people, you see greatness in them, and they get into business and they just won't do anything because the emotions from the past is holding them back. And until you're able to get over that, you always going to be stuck. But some, I'm saying if you're young and I'm gonna throw it this way, if you're young and you actually looking to actually build a business and take a business to the next level and want somebody to help you and assist you dealing with them emotions and get unstuck, you most definitely want to reach out to my son Troy, because he can do that. Not only that, even from a different level of being a D1 athlete, you got to be able to control your emotions when you step on the track. How did that work, Troy?
When I step on the track, I just even it's like a two-way thing. Everything really connects with each other, even inside of business and on track. When I'm running and then the workouts get hard, or when I need to, tell people about my business, or I need to reach out to people, I need to have uncomfortable conversations with leaders inside of my organization, is that I think of it like this: is either I'm going to be very uncomfortable going through the process, whether that be me running some 200s or 600s, or me having an uncomfortable conversation. I'm going to be very uncomfortable doing that. And that result from me doing that is me being very, very successful. Or I'm not going to I'm not going to do what it takes to be very successful. And I'm going to continue to be very uncomfortable in the situation that I am now. So for me, it's like, I kind of see it as like, okay, well, I might not want to run these 200s, but if I don't run these 200s, I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to be uncomfortable being unsuccessful. So even inside of my business, I might not want to tell somebody, or I might not want to host a call, but it's like, okay, if I don't host this call, I'm going to be very uncomfortable being broke. So I see it as that. So whenever I do this stuff, it's like, I'm going to be uncomfortable. And I understand that being uncomfortable is growth. If you are ever in an environment where you're uncomfortable, that's where you need to be. So I just keep that mindset of like, I love the uncomfortability. Like, I love it.
Wow, that's powerful, Troy. With inside itself, I remember struggling big time, right, in my business, and not having no money, and I was like, man, I'm too broke to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But people don't get that. I mean, when you're fighting for something, and like you said, uncomfortable means growth, right? And when you want something so bad enough, and you sitting there, you looking at the people around you, and you're doing it for, like, I do it for your mom, I do it for you, I do it for Trelisa and Naomi, right? But when you're driven by that, and you know that you got so much to give, but you don't have time to just sit back and relax. You got to get uncomfortable, because the only way to get uncomfortable is the only way to take your life to the next level. I'll give you a prime example. On the other side of that fear is your greatest success. Whoever listening to this, whatever's holding you back, that once you conquer whatever you're scared to do, if you're scared to do videos, if you're scared to go talk to people about your business, once you start doing it, guess what? That's when you create the level of success. Troy, a lot of times, people get in business and they think they can reach out to one person a day, two people a day. And I know you've been in business for a few months. You've been able to create, a pretty significant level of success. How many people are you reaching out to on a daily basis about your business?
Well, when I first started, the first 72 hours, I took all out massive action. I reached over hundreds of people, over 100 people daily, in that first 72 hours. And then I did consistently 100 people a day. Now that I'm in college, I've been doing around 40 people a day, because in business, it's really a numbers game. It's a 1 to 10 ratio. Every 100 people, you'll get one person who will be more willing to change their life, who wants to see better for their life, who wants to take opportunity serious. So I understand the numbers. I understand that if not just me, but my entire organization can reach out to 100 people, that will find somebody who wants to take this organization serious, who wants to better themselves, better their future. So I consistently, and it's all about discipline too. This thing Eric Thomas said when I actually got to see him in person with my dad, he was talking about discipline. A lot of people don't do it because they don't want to do it, but you not wanting to do it is the reason why a lot of other reasons may slack in your life. Like he was talking about, you may be like, for me, I'm an amazing track athlete. I take it serious. I never slack. I never give up on any reps. But then sometimes I'll slack with reaching out to people. And that is a reflection of somewhere in my track life. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. So how you take everything else serious is how you should take reaching out to people serious, is how you should take, your relationship serious, how you should take everything serious. So if it's important to you, even though you don't want to do it, I just know that I have to do it, because if I'm not doing it, then that means somewhere else in my life is going to affect somewhere else in my life. So I just make sure that I reach out to at least I would never not reach out to 40 people a day. I can't go to sleep unless I reach out to 40 people a day.
See, and that right there is a very key. I mean, you're on your way. He, like I said, guys, as you listen to Troy, Troy, he called himself Troy the Jet. He's actually been around this business his whole freaking life. I mean, that's one thing, is you listen to anybody that's successful, as you go through your journey, you get on Clubhouse, you get on Facebook, these lives and everything. Any person that created a 6 or 7 strong figure income, what they say, they consistently reach out. Most of them say they do not go to bed without reaching out with at least 20. He's at 40. Most people understand the power of massive action. When he first got into business, he was reaching out to 100 plus people a day. He did that consistently. His team reached out to like between 40 and 100 people a day. So when you're doing that, because when you truly understand it, and if you're doing it the right way, guess what? It can't do nothing but grow. But if you're reaching out to like 1 person a day, 2 people a day, 5 people a day, your business is never going to go to the next level for people that's in business. And let's say if you're in corporate America, or you got a traditional business, if you're not growing personally to make them contacts and stuff, or you can actually take your, corporate career to a whole nother level, or, your traditional business to a whole nother level, it's not going to grow. It's just impossible. Anything that you do in life, it all revolves around massive action. You got to take massive action. And you got to also understand, like, Troy way younger than I am. I'm his dad, right? I talked about the 25,000 days. It was a book I was reading. I didn't share with you, Troy, but they said when a person is born till he died, they got about 25,000 days. That's how many days they got on earth, right? So this gentleman was sharing in this book, you don't have no time to waste. You don't have no time to say what you can do today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it next month, right? You got to start taking action now. So whoever I'm talking to, you got to start taking action now, and you got to start treating your time as value, because your time is way more valuable than money. The money creates the freedom ticket. Once you get your money right, then you can live life on your own terms. If you want to actually go to freaking out of the country and stay gone a month, or take a vacation for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And if you structure, for you guys that's in the home business profession, if you structure your organization like Troy did, because guess what? The team moves as fast as the leader. If the team see Troy reaching out to 100 people a day, 40 people a day, guess what the leaders on the team going to do? They're going to do the same thing. If the team see you reaching out to nobody, guess what the team going to do? Reach out to nobody. One of the biggest mistakes most people make in this profession is they get in management mode. They build a little foundation, they got a little money coming in, and they kick back, and they start just trying to tell the team what to do. But you got to understand, though, the team is watching everything you freaking do. Everything. I was talking to Troy yesterday. He was talking about the environment. The environment for his team here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, especially Dallas, is really strong. And he was talking about how that played a very big key part to his success, and how he needs to just come back home for at least a weekend to get in that environment before he can get recharged up and go back to Arkansas. So Troy, just on the environment a little bit. How did the environment play a big key to success?
Yeah, I mean, your environment is honestly everything. If you're around successful people, if you're around hungry people, you're gonna want to be hungry. I don't think people really realize that successful people, if you people don't understand that even in everything you do, especially if you're a home-based business, you want to have that mindset that you are, let's say you're not a six-figure earner yet, you should walk, talk, move just like a six-figure earner. And the only way you'll be able to do that is to be around a six-figure earner. So being in an environment where people are hungry, where they want better for themselves, where they're not in a mindset of like, oh, that what you're doing doesn't work. If you're around negative people, then you're going to have a negative impact on your drive. Those are people that I like to call fire extinguishers, because you have a fire inside of you, and that person is extinguishing what you have inside of you, the fire, the drive that you have inside of you. But once you're around people who are kindling your fire, who are hungry, who are going out. Let's say sometimes I don't have the energy to reach. When I was hitting 100 people a day, I hit up 50 and be like, oh, I'm done. And then I would look over and see my friend Layha, because he got a kid and a wife, and I would see him, so like he be at 120, and I'd be like, oh no, I can't let him outwork me. So he kindled my fire. When I didn't have the energy to keep going, he gave me the energy to keep going, and that's all because of the environment that you're in. If you're around hungry people, successful people, people who have more than you, then you'll be more successful because of your environment and the people that you're around. You'll either get so uncomfortable that you'll leave that environment, or you'll adapt to the work ethic. You'll adapt to what's going on in that environment, because it's laws. If you work hard, you're going to receive, good's going to come from it. You're not going to work hard and nothing's going to come back from it. And when I say that, I'm not talking about, people get so caught up on, well, I did this for this many months and I didn't make any money. What did you learn? Because the reason that you're not rich is because you don't have the information nor the knowledge to be able to attain the money that you want. So as long as you're growing, you are moving forward, you are learning. So when I say that you're going to see hard work creates results, the biggest result you could ever have is information, which could be knowledge that has to be applied, because applied knowledge is power.
Wow, I mean, that's powerful within itself, man. That was a mouthful, Troy, and I hope they really get it. I'm gonna reintegrate on go back a little bit, like you talked about the right environment. What people don't understand, you truly got to be around people hungry. I mean, if you want to be successful, you got to be around people that's driven and hungry. I remember the first company me and your mom got involved in, and that's what drove us to be able to create a level of success real fast, because everybody around us was hungry. Everybody around us was like, talking to people like crazy. Everybody around us, they didn't go to bed, man. People would stay up all night to hit new ranks. You know what I'm saying? They was doing whatever it takes to make their dreams become reality. And that's what you got to be. You got to put yourself around that environment. If you're around people that's just not hungry, they don't take it serious. They don't take their dreams and goals like really serious. They're not like driven. They like, if it's like, man, and they not like really wanting to help other people reach their goals and stuff in life. Because when you get to that point, it's more about the impact than the money. Like I always say, because you focus on the impact, the money will come, but you got to be around people hungry. I mean, you got to. And also the second thing that he just said is you got to grow. You got to grow. Every level of income got to be a different you. So if you're used to making $30,000 a year and you want to get in a business like this, if you don't grow your mindset to $100,000 a year, guess what? You're going to keep making 30. And if you get lucky to go to 100, you're going to go back down. That's why you see over 90-something% of the people who win the lottery, they end up going back broke. And the reason why they go broke is because they don't have the mindset to keep the money. So, one thing about the home business profession that's so powerful, now I'm talking to my home business people, that is that, man, you're going to grow. In the beginning, it's going to be a lot of work. And then the work is going to get a little lighter, because as you grow and as you get more valuable, guess what? Then the money starts catching up. And a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people see somebody like Troy, he get involved in the industry, and, he already had the work ethic. Not actually, when I first got in the industry, it was because of some athletes, my friend George Teague, and they already had a work ethic. So they already kind of got the mindset. But a lot of people don't have that, right? So you got to work on yourself, and you constantly got to grow. And I think a lot of times what happens, Troy, a lot of people they don't understand the growth part. Jim Rome said it best, a formal education to make you a living, but a self-education to make you rich. And what he meant by that is a self-education means like you reading that book. Nobody told you to buy that book and go read it. You know what I'm saying? Because you study constantly educating yourself. Me personally, man, I do not like going to bed without learning something new. I would stay up. That's why every night I have to grab a book and I have to read something, because, or if it's improving my skills, I have to improve my skills to learn something. So if you guys looking at this and you like hungry and you young, 18, 19, 20, 21, 30, and you want to team up with a rock star that's going to help you get your mindset right, help you get unstuck and take your business to the next level, you most definitely want to reach out to my son, Troy, because he's your guy. He truly can do that. But Troy, hey, let's close this out. Tell them something to actually close them out, to inspire them, man, to go after their dreams with everything they got.
I mean, look, guys, if you are anybody, it doesn't really matter who you are, but directly towards home business owners, if you are a home business owner, I want you to understand that right now, whenever you're going out and reaching out to people, when you're trying to show people your vision, you're not in the games of sales. You're not a salesman, but you're presenting your vision, because what you have envisioned, what you believe, what God has placed inside of you to happen, it will happen. With enough hard work, it will happen, but you have to change your mindset of somebody who needs people to be in their business to somebody who's abundant. Because once you start being a person who's abundant, who attracts people to your business will explode. It should never be a time where you have to be begging somebody to look at an opportunity or doing this opportunity. They should be coming to your feet and begging you to do it. And the way that you do that, the way that you have people attract to you, the way you ask people, I get 20 DMs a day. What do you do? It's your mindset. You have to have the mindset of I'm abundant. You have to start attracting your leaders, and how you do that is you give knowledge, you give value. Every single day you should learn something. And when you learn it, go on your Instagram and share it, because people like people with value. So if they feel like you're a valuable person, you're a smart guy, you know a lot about business, just the thought of them being able to be around you and have a piece of the information and knowledge that makes you somebody that attracts other people. So my tip for you guys would just be to grow yourself every single day. Listen to personal development. I remember I was reading a book for an hour, and I was doing 2 hours of personal development. So like three hours of personal development a day. I felt good about myself. And then I saw that Warren Buffett does 8 hours of personal development a day. And I said, he's a multi-billionaire. What am I doing? I thought 3 hours was good, but if that just shows the level that you should be developing yourself to be able to give knowledge to other people. You're a sponge. You're supposed to absorb, get as much information as you can and just give it to all the people around you. And once you start being an impactful person who are influencing the people of the people around you lives in positive ways, then you'll start reaping the benefits of that. It's not about you, it's about how you can change other people's lives. So every single day, wake up, learn something new, and say, how can I change somebody's life today? And I promise your business will grow. Whatever you do, anything, your life, your relationships, everything will grow when you start becoming a selfless person and you start becoming an abundant person who knows all this information and just wants to share it and help people see the best versions of themselves.
Wow, that's it, guys. Hey, we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking time out to actually look at this. If you're looking at it, let us know where you're looking at it from. If you're looking at the replay, hit replay. Hey, I see you guys tomorrow. God bless. Also, if you're on Instagram, Troy is big on Instagram, way more than Facebook. You want to look him up. It's Troy the Jet. All you got to do is look up Troy the Jet on Instagram. Start following him. I mean, he drops value every freaking day in his stories like crazy. So if you want to grow, he always talking about different books and stuff he reading. Hey, man, that's what it's about. With that, guys, God bless. You guys have an awesome night, and I will see you guys tomorrow.